Hello everyone, welcome. Another day here in New Horizons. Hope you're all well. Good to see you all once again. What are we on, day 7 I think? Hello Nugget, hello Trev again. Pixel, Tom, Daniel, James, Banana Pajama. How's it going? Ryan, Ethan, Kev, Bright, RMI, Metis. I need you guys here today for Naquadah. It's time for some Naquadah. Naquadah or whatever it is. Ender, Mars, nicely done. Hi, Alejandro Wellman. Welcome. Let's begin. So, yeah, as usual, we'll start off with the recap. What did we do last stream? I want to, first of all, upgrade this thingy right here, which is the input from our crop system. I'm going to upgrade the pipe here, just to make sure it can keep up. There we go. Yeah, so in the last stream, what did we do? That's right, we started off with some bees after we went to the tier 4 planets. We got our tier 4 rocket 2 streams ago. And we used that to get the indium bee. So we now have 5 indium bees on passive here, making us indium comb. We still don't have indium processing set up yet, but this is going to give us purified indium ore, which is used in circuit production, and it's used in a bunch of other stuff. We need indium gallium phosphide. I think we even need indium for the Naquadah line today, maybe. Hello, Fernando. So yeah, we messed around with some bees. We also added another XL gas turbine. So we now have, we're generating about 424,000 RF a tick. So this guy right here is brand new. Hold on a second, I'm gonna do that. Indium is a byproduct of the Naquadah line. Oh, is it really? I remember seeing it in the flowcharts. We'll become familiar with that today. But yeah, we have more power generation now to feed our precise assembler, to feed our assembly lines, to feed our blast furnaces. Lots of different stuff. And we also worked on planning out the Naquadah line, which I've been working on this morning and also last night. So I done my homework. We laid out all the machines in the last stream, but yeah, I went ahead and added signs and labels. So we now have a machine assigned for each part of the process, and I left myself some notes here along the way. So we'll see how this comes together. This is of course going to be our objective today. We got the subnet set up yesterday. But yeah, today is about plugging it in and trying to get Naquadah, enriched Naquadah, and Naquadria, which is one of the biggest quests in LUV for Naquadah right here, which involves all of these steps. And then in ZPM, you also make Naquadria and enrich Naquadah right here. So it's like the first part of ZPM and one of the biggest parts of LUV. So that is our goal. Did I miss a lot? No, we just got started. We're just getting started here. We haven't done anything today. Hey Daniel, welcome to the stream. I don't remember, are these machines accounted for Naquadria and enriched too? Yes, they are. Yes, everything is included here. We're emitting, I think, 3 or 4 machines but I'll explain that later on. It's basically the final stages in making Naquadah. We're going to do it on demand, and we'll do that in the Volcanus. But I'll explain that as we go here. But yeah, all of this is going to end up making Naquadria, Naquadah, and enriched Naquadah. So yeah, let's without further ado, let's get started. Hey, Feral Wolf. Glad to see you here. Alright, so, where do we begin here? I guess we start at regular Naquadah, and we'll just work our way through the chain. And yeah, we'll just take this step by step. So, I think the hardest part, well, yeah, one of the hardest parts is done. The layout, trying to get the layout. We do have a power connection under here, right? Yeah, we do. So yeah, I labeled some of them when I noticed that they were IV, so we're going to run everything at EV. We started to craft a bunch of stuff yesterday. So we have quite a lot of energy hatches here. IV energy hatch. So basically everything is going to be EV, and there's a couple of processes which will run at IV. So yeah, I want to show you guys the flowchart again. We're going to run off that. Did I miss previous stream summary? Potentially. We just went over that. Yeah. Rewind a bit. But yeah, it's flowchart time. I'll put this on screen now so you guys can see. You guys see that? No, wait. You won't see that. Alright, you should be seeing that now, right? So 1, 2, and 3. So fortunately, I want to shout out Cobra again for putting these together. You can find these in the GTNH Discord and the flowchart channel. He has very kindly put these together for the community, for the GTNH community, and yeah, this is going to help us out a lot. So we'll start with Naquadah processing, which is this. This is going to be the majority of it. This is the biggest line. And yeah, we'll just start at the beginning. So we have, fortunately, this as Naquadah start. So you'll notice here Naquadah oxide mixture dust. This is one of the things that we're getting from tier 4 planets. We get this from ore processing. And I've mentioned this before, but this is essentially like platinum metallic powder dust, where it's going to be the primary input source to our Naquadah line, and this is what kickstarts the whole process. So we need to mix that with fluoroantimonic acid, which we make from hydrofluoric acid and antimony pentafluoride. So we have hydrofluoric acid. We're making that from... Oh, actually, this is fully recycled. So anything in red here, I think there's a table on the right. Somewhere. Oh, the legend, yeah, down here. So anything in red is something that needs to be primed, and I think it's fully recycled. I'm pretty sure it's fully recycled. But if not, we're making hydrofluoric acid for polytetrafluoroethylene. So we'll figure it out later if we end up running out. But we've got a subnet so we can manage and we can send fluids through applied energistics, which is what we'll do. But let's start... No, yeah, let's start in order. I think it's best just to start in order. Keep things in order. Even though we don't have fluoroantimonic acid, we'll still set up this electric blast furnace first. Yeah, so blast furnace first. Let's do that. I'll move this to the other monitor so that hopefully I can see it. I can still see chat. So. Oh, this is not a good start, is it? I've already labelled one wrong. The very first one is in a blast furnace and I've put it in LCR. Brilliant start, boys. Brilliant start. Good morning, Yassine. Yassine? Maybe you make the small screen in a corner of GTNH for us to see the NAC line. I could do that, but we're going to be changing back and forth so much that it might be hard to read the text, so potentially. Starting strong? Yeah, no. This is in the wrong machine. And we also don't have... oh, dang it. We don't have enough space for blast furnaces here. I missed the last stream. What do we actually need Naquadah and Naquadah for? Good question. Yeah, that's maybe something I've only mentioned once or twice, but yeah, Naquadah is used mainly for silicon bulls, which is the upgrade to phosphorus doped monocrystalline silicon bull. And this you cut into wafer, and wafer you engrave into different lenses. So like ASOCs, system on chips, PIC wafers, which are used in energy hatches. Central processing units are used in circuits to make nano CPUs, qubit wafers. That's like HV-EV circuits. As you can see right here. Naquadah is also used in wire form, so we need the ingot for various machines and crafts. Naquadah dust is mixed into stellar alloy. It's mixed into adamantium alloy, which we'll need all this for fusion. Fluxed electrum is the next tier of coil, I believe, after Naquadah. So that's another blast furnace coil upgrade right there. Trinium Naquadah alloy, I'm not sure what that's used for. Naquadah alloy, we need that for the coils. Fuels, I think you can fusion react this. Yeah, you can use this for power, I believe. Yeah, it's used in a lot of different processes. It's very, very important. Almost as important as platinum. Okay, what we're going to do here is, I have a vacuum freezer here dedicated for hot titanium. Since we get titanium as a byproduct of one of these processes, but I think what we'll do instead is we'll take out this freezer and swap it with a blast furnace. No, wait. We don't need this LCR right here, so we can just put the blast furnace here. Yeah, because then we'll have a space on the... Yeah, we'll keep... Yeah. Starting strong right enough. So all of the bottom signs are... Wait, no. Titanium dust here. All of the bottom signs are inputs, and... I can't type and talk at the same time. Titanium dust. All of the bottom signs are inputs, and all of the top signs are the outputs of the machine. Yeah, so this needs to be a blast furnace instead. So I'm going to copy this over. NAC oxide mixture plus fluoroantimonic acid, circuit number 1. Fluoroantimonic acid, yeah. I'm also curious how much Naquadah oxide mixture we have. Let's start a new pin page for this. So Naquadah oxide mixture, this is the input dust. We're doing this recipe here in the blast furnace. Are you cooking titanium in the freezer? Oh yeah, you're right. Ignore me, guys. I'm an expert. I know what I'm doing. Yeah, no, you guys are right. Yeah, that's right. So, this is minimum nichrome coils. I think we'll do maybe HSSG coils for this. So let's just request a set of HSSG. We might as well go for HSSG. I mean, we can afford it at this point, so... yeah, why not? I accidentally spilled concrete on my farm. I don't know what that means. I don't know what that means. Hello, I'm a Spanish content creator. I love the content you make. It made me very sad when you stopped uploading videos. Oh, thank you, Mr. Hugo. Yeah, we're back. I need to get this rocket one way or another. And I will get this rocket one way or another. Oh, I can't see the... I want to copy this. Is there a way I can place this and also see... low quality Naquadah emulsion. There we go. Okay, so it's now a blast furnace. Let's request 5 of these, I think we want. Clean up the inventory a bit. We don't need any of this anymore. Keep the signs. Get rid of the hempcrete. Keep that. Don't think we need P2P. We don't need machine controllers. Alright. Blast furnace. You know what? Let's also get some maintenance hatches. Let's get half a stack. Okay, so stocking input bus. I batch crafted those this morning. Output bus, I didn't get any of those though. We have 1. Let's get another 32. Oh boy, 32 output buses. It looks a lot, but we can get it. We can afford it. Right, so output bus, stocking bus. And input hatch. Let's get like 32 MV input hatches. No, let's just go for LV. I don't want to buffer too much here. What's today's stream for? It's effectively Platline-esque setup, but for Naquadah? Yes, precisely. Put your automation to work, 3. That's why you put it in place. Yes, indeed. Morning, Hatch. Grandpa Hatchery. I hope you don't mind me calling you that. I think your nickname is still that on Discord, right? Right, so circuit 1, Naquadah oxide mixture. Fluoroantimonic acid. We'll also need some fluid export buses, right? Let's get some of those. Let's get some capacity cards going. Let's get some acceleration cards. There's our input buses, or hatches rather. Fluoroantimonic acid right there. Alright, maintenance hatches should be done. Are the coils done yet? I'd be surprised. Oh, they are done. Wow, the power of upgrades. Used to take ages to craft coils, but yeah, our assembler upgrades are really paying off. Muffler upgrades is what we want, or muffler hatches is also what we want. We don't have any of those. Let's get 16. And also more heat-proof machine casing. 64 of those. Did you put output hatch on the EBF? You need it for emulsion? We didn't. That's right, yeah, we have a fluid output as well. Hey 3, because of you getting me into GTNH, I bonded with my GF over the game a ton. Now I can confidently say that she's my soulmate. Oh, that's super sweet. That's amazing, thank you, Jane. That's awesome. I'm glad to hear us positive story like that. Yeah, output hatch as well. And it is only a bucket at a time, right? Yes, only a bucket. We're gonna do this underneath. Right here. Like so. Alright, so we should also think about channels at this point as well. So how are we doing it at the plot line? Are you going to be moving fluids with P2P? No, we'll use fluid export buses. Although some of them will be fluid P2P. I'll explain as we come across them. But fluid P2P is reserved for things that only have one use or one destination. Okay, so we have, it looks like, a dense cable down the middle of each section of machines, which looks sensible enough. I guess we'll replicate that on the other side. And I think we crafted some dense cable yesterday, didn't we? Oh yeah, we have tons. Let's dye all this black. And run some cable. Yeah, let's run the left side first. Okay, so the middle is right here. Oh, perfect. That was just eyeballed right there, but yeah, I guess it works. Alright, so we've got channels. We don't need dense cable here. However, this is on subnet. This is on our Naquadah subnet. So mainnet is orange right here out of the P2P. And then it's quartz fibered into some ME controllers. So this is a completely separated network, specifically for the Naquadah line. And so because our Naquadah oxide mixture dust, this thing right here is on mainnet, we're getting this from our ore processing system, right? So let's just check how much we have. Oh my goodness. 136k. That's decent. 136k Naquadah oxide mixture. That's amazing. But regardless, that's on the wrong network. So that's actually on our... it's not even on mainnet. It's on Platline subnet. Or sorry, ore processing subnet. It's on the green net. It's on this one. Because it's output of the ore processing system. But we do have an interface between ore processing and mainnet, so we need to do that again here at the Naquadah line. And so we want to have interface. Let's get some of these storage buses. And we need to pass fluids and items between networks. So this is where things get a bit tricky, but... well, not tricky, but sometimes difficult to understand. And I'm not always the best at explaining this. I think if the subnet is going to handle fluids, you'll need a discretizer. No, we don't need a discretizer. That's only if you're going to do auto-crafting, but we're not going to do auto-crafting on the subnet. We do, however, need a interface on mainnet. Yes, interface on mainnet. Request Naquadah oxide mixture. Hide it from the interface terminal. And then storage bus on the subnet. I do want an anchor here. Like that. Storage bus on the subnet. And we'll have this on low priority. Because it's not just going to be Naquadah oxide mixture. But essentially what this allows us to do is pull the Naquadah from our mainnet, which is in, well, technically from the ore processing subnet into the subnet. I know I'm saying subnet a lot here. Into Naquadah line via the storage bus. This will be an extract only. And so now it should show up here in the blast furnace. Right. Hey 3, how are you holding up after so much gregging? Are you still sane? Absolutely not. I'm holding on by a thread. You guys are keeping me sane. Why is this not working now? Yep, 3 channels here, which is what we want. Extract only. Naquadah oxide mixture. Oh, there we go. Did I filter the wrong thing, or did it just need updated? Maybe? Yeah, I knew I was doing the right thing. There we go. Yeah, that totally works. I just want to make sure we got the same configuration as the other side. Yeah, so we got fluids on one side and items on the other. Extract only. Insert only. Yeah, this is exactly what we want. We're on the right track, don't worry. Yeah, so the next thing we want to do is find fluoroantimonic acid for the second input here. So we have our Naquadah oxide mixture, fluoroantimonic acid. Let's do maintenance on this. Yeah, let's turn it on. We also need to handle the fluid output as well for this. So, fluoroantimonic acid, let's find the machine for that. Actually, it's probably easier just to... This one. Antimonic pentafluoride and hydrofluoric acid, circuit 1. Uh-oh. Did I miss a recipe here? Let's consult our... Consult our flowchart. Okay, so we just set up this blast furnace here. Fluoroantimonic acid is hydrofluoric acid plus antimony pentafluoride made from a distillation tower. Antimony pentafluoride solution. So that is the one next to it, right? Fluorine ether antimony. Fluorine ether antimony. Yeah, that's this one. That's this one here. That makes us antimony pentafluoride. That goes into a distillation tower, which should be over here. Yeah, it's right. And we get ether back from this. Yeah, don't worry, we're on the right track. There's going to be a lot of back and forth here. I found out I need to start Platline to get LPF today, and I'm kind of sad. Yeah, you'll need a lot of platinum for that. And not just platinum either. Alright, so distillation tower. We got one of these. Oh, you know what we didn't do is hook up power for the blast furnace over there. We'll do that in a sec. Maintenance. Yeah, once we get started here, it should be easy to build machines, but it's just getting all the wiring in place, like the infrastructure. That's the most time-consuming part of this, so it'll take a bit to get any machine started. But once we do, I'm hoping it's gonna fly. Okay, so antimony pentafluoride solution. This one. antimony pentafluoride. Yeah, this. And this. So we want antimony pentafluoride solution here. And 2 outputs. So we'll do input, output, output. Input bus. No, we have to think about how we want to handle outputs here. This might get a bit complex. Because some of the outputs we want to stay on subnet, and some of them we want to send to main fluid storage. Hey, Christoph. Yeah, let's go ahead and run our wire here for the opposite side. And again, we're not going to use as many channels as we did for Platline, but the cable at this point is basically free, so. Alright, and just for consistency, I'm also gonna... Uh-oh. Didn't mean to do that. Yeah, ether we want to lock in this output hatch. And... I didn't want to do that again. No! No, that's the wrong one. I want this one. Antimony pentafluoride here. And ether, yes. Is that cable painted black? It should be. Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. Yeah, we're good. Okay, so now here I want an ME drive. And we're going to partition some fluid storage for this. So, where did I place the ME drive on the other side? You know what? Let's get some anchors. Okay. Hey Serox, good to see you again. Hello nobody. Tazzy. I missed some of your messages. On controller? Yeah, on controller. Here. Actually, let's do 2 ME drives. One is going to be for items, one is going to be for fluids. And it'll be the same way that we done the platinum system. We'll do that. And then we'll want to partition, so we need a cell workbench. We don't have one. Where's my cell workbench? Should just make another one, but it's going to be around here somewhere. Anyone seen it? Is it over here, maybe? Yeah, our stuff's still rolling in. That's good. I'm just gonna make another one. I don't know where it is. Could be anywhere. Oh, I know where it is. It's at B's. It's next to... It's here. You stealing it? Huh. Yeah, Morgan knows where it is. Near the bees. New day, new stream. Hello, Itachi. Yeah, so we want to have some... Probably just 1k is going to be way more than enough. Yeah, we'll do 1k for this. And this only holds one type. Yeah, that's exactly what we want. So we want one for ether. So this way it only allows ether to be stored on this disk. And we'll want a... What is it called again? Is it the tool station that allows you to rename? Which one was the partition one? This one. That's why we rename. This is ether. Alright, so now we have fluid storage for ether. We want to do the same thing for the other fluid in this process, which is antimony pentafluoride. I didn't want to unpin it. Yeah, antimony pentafluoride. Cool. So now we set up the chemical reactor, circuit 24, antimony, ether, fluorine, crushed ice. Fluorine we're going to get from our mainnet. I miss good old Thumbcraft. Yeah, I know. You guys keep telling me to do Thumbcraft. I know, we're gonna... we'll do it eventually, Perhaps even after Naquadah line. I'm not really sure. Okay, so large chemical reactor. Those actually should be done in here. Mm-hmm. I'll make note of that. Don't hold me to that. Plans might change. Plans always change, but we'll see. We don't have enough space here. Put that away, we won't need that for a while. Travel anchor we can put right in the middle. What should we use to represent Naquadah? Because the black Naquadah material is not very easy to see. Should we use the green fluid? Or the coil block, maybe? Yeah, sure. the coil. Hot pink. Hey Afax, good to see you. Good afternoon. Naquadah. The Naquadah coils look awesome. Yeah, I know. They're probably like second best coils if I would. What do you guys think is the best coil out of these? Canthal, Nichrome, TPV, HSSG, HSSS, Naquadah, Naquadah Alloy, Trinium, Electrum Flux, Awakened Draconium, Infinity, Hypogen, or Eternal. Personally, I like the Tungsten Steel, but those are no longer in the game, unfortunately. But second best is HSSS for sure. Awakened Draconium is not quite the right kind of orange. As much as I like orange, it's not quite right. It's a bit too pale. Hypogen and Infinity are cool. Have to say HSSS. Yeah, HSSS is so good. The carrot coils. One thing is for sure though, and that is that these coils are so much better than CE, right? We can all agree on that. Than Community Edition of Gregtech. I think we can all agree on that, right? Not one of you guys in chat right here are going to disagree. I refuse to believe it. Ain't no way. So much better than CE. I'm more of a fan of Jake. No danger. I don't believe you. I'm not a hater. Like some people I know really despise the CE coils, but I think I don't think they're that bad, but these are just definitely better, right? CE are the Nomi Factory ones? Yeah. The Nomi Factory CE, as in Community Edition. I can't really show you them here because we're in Gregtech 5. Alright, what were we doing? The Circuit 24 recipe. So we need 3 different inputs for this. One is 40 buckets of fluorine for the recipe. And this is also IV, so I'm going to add a note here, just so I remember. So, IV energy hatch. Let's try to do at least an EV input hatch so that we have enough for 2 recipes worth. Yeah, that'll be good. Do you run any texture pack? Just the default. Isn't this CE? No, this is not Community Edition. Gregtech Community Edition is not the same as Gregtech 5, which is what we're playing right now. Community Edition is a fork, and it's what I believe it's what Modern is based on. So essentially, you have a Gregtech Community Edition, you have Gregtech 5, you have Gregtech Modern, which is 1.20 and above, and then you also have Gregtech CEU, which is 1.12, but it's more similar to Gregtech 5 than it is Community Edition. There's a lot of different Gregtech versions, and it gets quite complicated because of all the forks. But let's use a quadruple input hatch for this. That's basically the gist of it. Fluid export bus. Let's just get 24. We'll need it eventually. Right, so this is going to be for the fluorine. Let's give it an acceleration card as well. And then we have 2 more. Oh, I just wanted to swap that out with a quadruple. Still waiting on it crafting. It's making pistons. TJ coils looks great too, as they've merged together. Oh, do they have connected textures there? I think Modern is based on CEU. Oh, oh yeah. You're right, yeah it is. Not that I've ever played Modern, but I might have to at some point. Gonna start making stuff for Healing Axe, wish me luck. You'll have a nice chilled day farming. Don't forget to plant your gardens though. Alright, we also want capacity card here. And here we want the ether and we want crushed ice. So, ether is where? Here. Crushed ice, I believe, is a fluid as well. I'm pretty sure it's a fluid. Made in the freezer, yeah. We just have to freeze water. No, wait. Ice cell, is that the same thing? Yeah, that's the same thing. I'm gonna assume that works. Why are there so many Gregtechs? Do people disagree on how to implement some things? Yeah, kind of, yeah. Just so many different devs and, like, there's not a central, there's not a... It's all just modding, right? There's not, like, anyone who owns Gregtech, so to say, apart from Gregorius, who created it. The original, I mean. But I'm not really well versed on the history of this stuff. There's probably some of you guys in chat who know more than me. Alright, so we also need antimony dust here. Hey Ghost, good to see you. Stalking boss. Antimony dust. I think after this machine we're going to stop and... well, not stop, but... We're not going to filter anymore till we get the energy hatch and stuff placed on here. As I don't want to get too far ahead of myself. So antimony dust we also have to request, and... Fluorine we have to request from the main system. Alright, and there's just going to be one output here. We need another output bus, and I'm going to get, or sorry, output hatch. I'm going to get MV, I think. 3, is there a stocking input bus equivalent for fluids? Yes, there is, but it's extremely expensive. I think it's called stocking input hatch, and it is UV. So we ain't getting that. Don't ask me why it's that expensive. This is also hyper acceleration card as well, so yeah, this is an LUV machine. And that's for 1 hatch, so yeah, welcome to Gregtech right there. Holy Sandro says, Threefold, I really like the recaps at the beginning of the streams, since it's difficult for me to catch the entire stream. Yeah, that's the idea. I wanted to make sure that, for those of you guys who don't have time to watch, and I completely understand if you don't have time to watch a full live stream, because I realized that or it was pointed out that I'm going to be doing like 100 hours of live stream, between 90 and 120 hours of live streaming in May. Assuming I live stream for between 2 and 4 hours. Which is a lot. That I don't expect anyone to be here for all that time. Not even like a sixth of that time. But I'll be here. I'll be here regardless. And you can catch the VOD if you're so inclined. Antimony pentafluoride, where do we want this? This is going to be a situation where we want to use fluid P2P. Because it only has one use, so we don't need to buffer this. Its only use is to be sent into the distillation tower we set up over there to be distilled into pentafluoride, and we're buffering the next stage, so we don't need to buffer this one. Even though it's 40 seconds, the next stage is quicker, and we're buffering this one here, so for that reason we don't need to set up fluid storage here. I hope that makes some sense. But yeah, we're just going to send it from the hatch into the next process. Is that the right one? Yeah. This will be antimony pentafluoride solution. Oh, I love this song. I love this song. I think it's called Alpha. It's so nostalgic. Yeah, we want to filter this in here. So instead of fluid export bus, it will be fluid P2P. And bind to here. So this is just point to point. One hatch to the other. And the other things will be dual interfaces. That way it's sent into the storage disks that we set up. Alright, so now that should be operational in terms of inputs and outputs for the first 3 machines in Naquadah. We do want to get energy sorted for this blast furnace, so it's going to be EV, I think. Yeah, HV minimum, so we'll run this at EV. And yeah, we'll put energy hatch here. I was debating putting it on here, but we'll keep it like that. Alright, so no explosions, please. Vanadium, gallium. So this is LUV. We need to transform down multiple times. How did we do the power on the other side? Let's go check. Speaking of MC Music, have you heard the new 1.21 OST? I have. It's really good. It's really good. Yeah, maybe we'll play that in a minute. How do we do power over here? Okay. It looks relatively neat, right? I'm gonna aim for the same thing on the other side, roughly speaking. And also request more vanadium gallium cable while we're at it. Alright, so we need to find the center here. I think I was 2 blocks off. Yeah, it's here. I really wish we had pick block. But those of you guys in 2.6, how's pick block? Because they actually added it. They backported pick block. I can't believe it. Even more of a reason to update, but we're still in 2.5 here. Alright, transformer. We need a high amp transformer. I'm going to make 4. Hello 3, been watching the VODs at my own pace. Thanks for saving them on the channel. Of course. Thanks for watching them. I was wondering, are you doing YouTube full time? Yes, I am. The devs are insanely good at backporting. It's scary, I know. They need way more credit than they get. The GTNH devs are awesome. Let's go for half a stack of platinum cable. Alright, so this is EV. Which one of these ones was IV? Is it this one? This one is IV. So this one can get that cable like that. So that has power. This one is going to need a transformer. So because it's on its own, I think I'm just going to stick a transformer down here. There's not really a right way to do power distribution. It kind of depends how you have your machines laid out. So the full 2.6 release is out. Yeah, it's stable is out. But I'm waiting just to be extra cautious before I update. But technically it is. Oh, that is the wrong cable. It is out though. IV to EV. Alright, so I think we're going to be in business here with the blast furnace. No, fluoroantimonic acid, that's right, we need to make that first. Okay, never mind, let's do maintenance. This, of course, doesn't have the ether. We don't have crushed ice either. Alright, let's set up crushed ice. Right here. Reservoir hatch, I'm going to get 2. Frost-proof machine casing, I think I put those away. Not enough inventory space here. Is it cruel to say that it'd be really funny if something blew up on stream? Yeah, it would be. That would be cruel. Don't jinx it, please. We can't be doing with that right now. We have too many machines to set up for a setback like that. Alright, reservoir hatch. Maintenance hatch. Freezer. Let's make a few. Like so. Crushed ice. Which energy tier are we gonna run this at? EV? And we'll do an output hatch locked for... Oh yeah, they also removed the delay in opening hatches and buses, which is super cool. Because right now when you place a hatch, you can't open it. There's like a 50 or a 3-second delay before you can open it. It would be cruel but also be fun. The audience demands explosions and fire. I know. You guys are cruel. Why is there a delay? It's a very old part of the code apparently. From the origins of GT. I think it was just to save on performance, but that's not really a factor at this point. It's like 10 years old or so. Okay, how did we do it again? I already forgot. The lack of delay actually throws me off when building stuff. Yeah, I bet it does after so long with having a delay. You're just used to it, I'm just used to it. Well, mostly used to it. Okay, we put the transformers right on the machine, but... And then run EV cable. That might not be a bad idea. Janky legacy code, that's basically what it is, yeah, but they fixed it in 2.6, which is nice. EV high amp transformer. I think I might end up changing this line, but we'll keep it right now. Right, so that is EV. So we should be able to make crushed ice now. $10 buckets every 6 seconds. That's pretty good. And we have an MV hatch on this, so that's good enough. We also want a dual interface on here to collect the output. I'm going to make 12. And we'll also... Good day, Sidewalk Psycho. Doing pretty well. Good to see you here. Yeah, we're going to partition a fluid cell for this. Crushed ice. That might not work. You know what, I'm not taking any chances. I'm gonna fill a cell. Wait, what? Not sure if it's my earphones, but is 3's voice echoey? Is it? I hope not. Do you think you'll finish the Naquadah line today? No, absolutely not. Have you seen how many machines we have? Ain't gonna happen. Ain't gonna happen. This should work, right? Crushed ice. Let's get a fluid terminal here as well. Crafting terminal. Fluid terminal. So that'll let us see what's on the network. And then we'll get our dual interfaces. One on here. And we're going to want anchors across here so that it doesn't connect. Didn't mean to do that. Otherwise, there's no point in running 3 cables because they're going to all share channels, which we don't want. The idea is we separate them out to give 32 channels for each dense cable, which then runs into a ME controller. I'm going to run the other side as well. And actually I want these on the other side. I want them on the... Yeah, sorry. I want them I want them on the middle so that it's the same on all the sides, because that's the way we have it on Platline. I really dislike that you can't stay in the air as well with the nano chest plate when you hold shift and space. But hey, that's the way it is. Ah yes, consistency, exactly. That's what it's all about. And you kind of have to care about the little details. Some of you guys asking me how do you get a base like this? Sometimes it's just about doing the little things and then they all add up. And that's like a good motto for life as well. It's all about the details. It's all about the little things in life. Like putting your cable anchors in the middle cable. Why anchors and not color? I just want them all black. We're out of dense cable. Denser. Okay, so this should be... Yes, it's filling up the storage here. That wasn't me, by the way, that's the music. Have you guys heard that chicken? Yes, we're making crushed ice. Okay. which should be sent to where? Here. This one. But we also want to have... I shouldn't have put that cable away there. Where are we? Where are we? Here. Somehow this got unpinned. Yeah, we also want to have fluorine, which is in our main applied energistic system. I want to just verify that we have a... Yeah, 32 million. We're getting this from ore processing. We're getting this from crops. We're getting this from somewhere else as well, I think. But regardless, it's on mainnet, so we need to do a similar thing that we done here with the items, but for fluids. So we're going to set up a fluid storage bus this time. Fluid storage bus on subnet, on Naquadah subnet. Here. This will be on bi-directional. Wait. I think I done only one here for fluids, or is there two connections? One on insert only. Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah. Which crop gives fluorine? I think it's red stone lily. Red stone lily gives red granite dust. No, wait, it's black stone lily. Black stone lily gives black granite dust, and then you can centrifuge for biotite, and then electrolyze for fluorine. Yeah, our Vannies knows in chat. Hey, Stefan. What have I missed? We're just setting up Naquadah line. We've just got the first few machines. We're trying to get the main infrastructure in place. All the item and fluid movement and stuff. So we want a fluid interface on subnet, dual interface on mainnet. Low priority. This should be on extract only, actually. No, it shouldn't. It should be on bidirectional. What MC version is New Horizons? It's on 1.7.10. 1.7, good old 1.7. Which was released when? 2014? Am I right in saying that? Is it 10 years old this year? My goodness, 2014 was 10 years ago. What even is that? Fluorine here, right? Yeah, it's fluorine. Nice. 2015? Oh, right, okay. Okay, QCOM. You have to go to actual chemistry class. We're in chemistry class. What are you talking about? Have fun, though. Have fun. You were 11 in 2014? It feels like 2014 was not that long ago, but it was. I remember 1710 coming out. Yeah, so did I. I remember it as well. Okay, so what else do we need here? Ether, I think. We have the crushed ice. We have the fluorine. We need ether. And we should have antimony. We don't. We need to add antimony into our filter. There we go. Now we should have antimony. Awesome. We have 20k antimony, that's not bad. Maybe we should get fluoroantimonic acid up first. Wait a minute, I'm confused again. There's two fluids the same. Hydrofluoric acid and antimony pentafluoride. Where are we doing that? Where is this EBF? This is my favorite Minecraft song, it's so good. Aria Math? Yeah, Aria Math is good. Hey 3, you planning Naquadah line around future enriched and Naquadah too? Yeah, we're building it all. We're just doing it all right now. EBF comes in after fluoroantimonic acid? Yeah. But where's antimony pentafluoride going? Like, this recipe here is missing. Where is it? Are we missing an EBF? Don't tell me we're missing an EBF. Don't tell me we're missing an EBF. No, no. This is all for enriched Naquadah. Naquadah phosphate. Naquadah solution. Dang it. Alright, let's consult the flowchart again. Yeah, it's this one. We're missing this one. Hey, Ocean Bro. Antimony pentafluoride can be done either in an LCR or a distillation tower. Yeah, no, we're doing it in the distillation tower, but we need fluoroantimonic acid. We have antimony pentafluoride, we're missing fluoroantimonic acid. Dang it. Can that clean be done in the QFT? I wish. That's a funny suggestion right there. I don't want to look at this anymore. We're missing a machine. Who put this together? Hey. Okay, gallium hydroxide. This gallium hydroxide, I think, is still part of Naquadah. Right? Yes, it is. Yes, gallium hydroxide is still part of Naquadah here. So I think what we'll do is we'll switch this out for fluorantimonic acid. We'll make this fluorantimonic acid, which is this one here, antimony pentafluoride plus hydrofluoric. Equals fluorantimonic acid. And then we'll put gallium where? We could put gallium here. Sorry if you guys can't see. I'll switch you back in a second. Alright, let's just put this here for now. I'll figure it out in a second. Probably after the break, because it's almost break time. Let's do this LCR first. Okay. So this is 2 fluids in, 1 fluid out. There's the timer. This is also program circuit 1. Let's give it the maintenance hatch, which we should still have on us. Alright, so this one. Hydrofluoric antimony pentafluoride. Pentafluoride. Not solution. This one. Hydrofluoric. Cool. Equals fluoroantimonic acid. Cool. And this thing we're going to fluid P2P. Over to here. Alright, okay. And pentafluoride is coming from distillation tower. But we need to make ether first. And ether is fully closed loop, so we're just going to batch craft some of this. Yeah. Yeah, I think we'll do that after the break, though. What are we going to be watching at break time? I don't know. What do you guys want to watch? Yep, ether is fully recycled. Thank you. Yeah, so we'll just batch craft like 64 buckets or more. I don't know. We'll set up a recipe probably for that. Yeah, that seems like a good idea. But let's first go for the break. And then, yeah, we'll come back and continue or I keep saying platline. It's just... it's not platline. Let's, find something. I bet this one. You guys are going to hear old 3? No, you're not. Alright, break time. And he goes away right when I join. I see you. I see you. I'll be back shortly, though. I appreciate you guys sticking around. Are you guys trying to guess which episode it is? We're back, by the way. Those coils? I know those coils. This is episode 8. Rat in a Tub got it. Lobby got it. Yeah, it's episode 8. Cool story, bro. Alright, let's continue our Naquadah line. Let's continue. Yeah, you were right. Hey Hatch, just in time, we're just back from the break. And yeah, we're trying to make Naquadah. Trying. We're not going to get there today, I can guarantee you that much. I hope we can get a good amount of LCRs built today, but I realized that we're missing a machine. And we're also missing ether, so let's go ahead and add recipes for ether. Yeah, this one. Now, the question is, are we capable of sending fluids to our chemical reactor? I think we are, but we might not have a quadruple input hatch on it, so I want to check. No, we do. We just need circuit number 2 in here. Remind me to take out circuit 2. Yeah, we don't want circuit 2 in there permanently. We're just batch crafting ether, and we'll also add a storage destination. So we can pick it up and add it to the subnet. I have a storage bus. We need a super tank. All things in time, so no rush. Exactly. I'm not going to rush this. Yeah, we can't place that there. We want to be extremely careful here that we filter this. Ether. Insert only. Ether. Alright, let's go request. How much ether should we prime the system with? It takes 1 bucket of ether for 8 buckets of pentafluoride. And then that gets halved again, and then we get all the ether back. But how much of this do we need? Fluoroantimonic. 128 buckets? I was thinking that, yeah. Maybe even 512, just to be... Oh no, that's right, we don't have ethanol. Are you sure you're looking at that right, 1? If you're going to hold the encoded pattern. What do you mean hold the encoded pattern? Yeah, we do not have ethanol. So we're gonna have to take a detour here and make ethanol. Alright, well, let's set up ethanol production. I'm gonna do it over here at chemistry, because why not? And we'll just put it on passive. So in the last season of New Horizons we had biomass distillation, but we don't have that here, so we don't have a way of making ethanol. Let's see, 20 seconds at HV. You know what, we have an IV cable here already, we might as well just make it IV. Let's just make it IV. Okay, so we need steam and we need, what was the other thing? Ethylene? I think so. We have millions and millions of ethylene, so ethylene is not a problem. I just hope we have channels. 16 of 32, yes we do. We can plug it into this one. Ethylene, perfect. And for steam, we're going to use a fluid heater. Aren't you making ethanol on passive? No, we're not. Yeah, we have methanol, we don't have ethanol. We also apparently don't have a fluid heater. There isn't any kind of like steam hatch or anything like that, is there? I'm pretty sure there isn't. Pump. Oh yeah, they're made 8 at a time. I shouldn't have done that. It just takes a minute. Like, there is a steam hatch, but it probably doesn't do what you want it to do. Yeah, I know about the steam hatch. It's just a bigger input hatch, which is locked for steam. Alright, EV fluid heater. This will allow us to convert water into steam, and then send that into the machine. Which we'll do here. EV transformer. Like that. So we take water from the infinite water source, import, circuit 1, we're getting steam, auto export to the back, send that into an input hatch. Steam plus ethylene, circuit 24. And then just output hatch, dual interface, maintenance on the machine, turn it on. We're making ethanol. Alright, let's give that a storage destination as well. Get a fluid storage bus, get a super tank. Ethanol. Don't want to void this. Come on, fluid storage bus. Had to step away from stream to deal with software licensing. Did he set up the whole acid question? Which acid question? We're definitely missing the machine, so we have to fix it, but we're dealing with it slowly. Hi Threefold, I made a pack for myself based around modern industrialization and 82. I was wondering if you had any tips for modern industrialization. Nope, never played it. Never played it. I'm stuck on old versions, and not because I'm against playing it, just because GTNH takes up all my time. But I'll get around to modern versions someday. Someday, but nothing is really as developed as GTNH, unfortunately. Or maybe fortunately. I don't know. Anyway, this should start filling with ethanol. Any second now. Cosmic Frontiers might be done by then. 3. Nudge, nudge, wink, wink. Yeah, I get the hint, Ghost. Wink, wink. Uh-huh. By the way, if anyone is looking for a modern pack to play, then Cosmic Frontiers, put that on your radar. It's made by Ghost, one of our moderators here in chat. Currently still in alpha, I believe, or is it in beta by now? It's in early access. It's not quite done. It's still in development, but I believe there is a build you can play and try out. Filtered the wrong fluid here. There we go. Still in dev. EV and IV is being made. Yeah, I see. I see your screenshots on Discord. But yeah, I think it's on CurseForge, right? Yeah, it's live on Curse. Cool. All right, we're making ethanol. That's gonna allow us to make ether, and we can pump that in here somewhere. Fluoroantimonic acid. We don't have an energy hatch for this yet, so EV. Wait, 42 seconds Wait, we're overclocking this to IV. And that's quite convenient since we have IV cable here. That works out nicely. Alright, and we also have to deal with the output of the blast furnace, which is in the first stage. Low quality Naquadah emulsion. What are we going to do with this? It has to be centrifuged. Every 50 seconds. And this is every 2.5. So I'm going to buffer this in a fluid storage cell. Low quality. Oh, which one was it? Low quality Naquadah emulsion. This one. Why can I not? Okay. Am I right in saying that they fixed pulling from from the pin screen with fluids in 2.6? I'm sure I've seen that in one of the changelogs somewhere. Alright, so that allows us to put dual interface on the machine under here. Hide from the interface terminal and facades. Alright, cool. How much of that fluid do we have by now? The fluid cell isn't in. Oh, that was probably when I was filtering stuff. Hello, Jacqueline. Welcome to the stream. Oh yeah, 200 buckets by now. Let's go ahead and request... Let's do 128 buckets. We're 27 buckets short. Right, let's do 64 and 64. Yeah, 64 buckets. And then I'll request another 64 in a minute. Oh, you know what? We don't have dual fluid output space on the chemical reactor. No, we're not running fermented biomass. That's why we don't have ethanol. We did in Season 1, but we don't here. Just because we chose to do a different route. We went with high-octane gasoline in Season 1, whereas we don't have that here. We're using benzene for fuel, so... That gonna work? Yeah, that's gonna work. Yeah, there we go. It's basically instant. I've tried to play No Man's Factory and GT Community Edition multiple times. I've never got further than MV. Now started playing GTNH. Wish me luck. Oh yeah, I wish you luck with that. But just keep in mind GTNH is more difficult. But it doesn't mean you can't get anywhere. Like it depends on the reasons why you didn't finish No Man's Factory. And there could be many, so... Alright, another 64 buckets of ether. $128, perfect. Do we want any more than that? I think I'll leave this in place. This will remind me to fix it later on. But if we need more ether, then we can make it easily. I don't have to add all this stuff back in. I'm just going to grab the super tank. So this just has to be primed in the system here. Do we have a thing for ether? We do. So we can just drop the super tank in here. And yeah, we can see ether. Ether is being sent to 2 different machines, right? It's being sent here, I think. No, it's not. It's made here. It's recycled here. It should be sent to the first chemical reactor. Yeah, there we go. Antimony pentafluoride. We're getting somewhere now. I've had the Naquadah consume ether on occasions, power loss and such. Yeah, that's true. That's why we want to have a good buffer in the system. Which version of GT do you prefer? As in the GTNH version, GTCU, or for example? Well, I've never played CEU, so I can't really say either way on that. But I prefer GTNH over CE. Is this the first step completed? Kind of. There's not really any first step because everything is intertwined because fluids are recycled and whatnot. Okay, antimony pentafluoride should be sent to the distillation tower now. And it is. Why? Alright, this is 40 seconds for recipe. Let's do maintenance. Let's, Alright, power. We don't have power here. That would help tremendously. Pink and white. We haven't done any power over this side, so we're gonna have to wire all this in. Oh, great. And now you guys can see why this takes so long. Why it took me so long to do Platline. 50 hours the first time. Wait, we don't need it to go further than this. We just need to find the middle here somewhere. Oh, I was close. 1 block off. Okay, so we need high amp transformer. Probably going to have multiple here eventually because there's going to be a lot of high power machines over this side. LUV to IV. And then high amp EV transformer. Which again might be changed depending on the requirements down the line, but for now we'll run EV power down here. This will be pink. Alright, now we should be able to turn it on. Yeah, antimony pentafluoride plus ether. Not enough output space. We might not have a fluid destination for pentafluoride. I don't think we have a fluid storage cell for that. Oh no, this is the wrong one. You guys see that? It has crushed ice in it. Oh, how's that fair? How is that fair? How is that fair? Are you kidding me on? Alright, this will become crushed ice. We'll have to swap them over. Let's get a super tank. Fluid storage bus. Fix this one. Wait, leave that out for now. Remind me to put that back as well at some point. And for now we're just going to put a... super tank here to get rid of it. On extract only. Lowest priority, so it uses it all first. Oh, that wasn't filtered either. That should empty out. You renamed the cell but didn't provision it? I did partition it. Hey Nivrak, I'm doing pretty well. Quite tired today since I was doing squats at the gym. And I had some reps that I thought I was gonna fall over on. Like, they were proper grinder reps. Like, I didn't think I was gonna make it. Oh, what? This has crushed ice in it as well? The ether one has crushed ice in it as well. That's why you don't pull from this side. Oh my goodness, are you kidding me on? Alright, let's make a big super tank for this. I'm gonna turn off this freezer. Put this back. Then grab the fluids out. I don't know how this happened. Yeah, 5 million crushed ice. Then we'll take all these out of here. Okay, so we need to fix these properly. Three is buff? No, I'm not buff. Well, it depends how you define buff. My numbers in the gym though are nothing to brag about though. I can tell you guys that I'm not competition level by any standard. I just enjoy it. I just enjoy lifting weights. Alright, one needs to be ether. Wait, what? And this contains ether? What? How does this have ether in it? Alright, fine. This one is ether. This one is empty, so this will be switched to low quality Naquadah emulsion. Can we do that? No. Do any of them have the correct fluid? No, none of them have the correct fluid. At least you're going, I really need some exercise. I recommend it. I recommend it. Hello, Abulbul. Abelbul? I'm sorry, I don't know how to pronounce that name. Yeah, the Gregan's going well. Went to the gym for 1 year, isn't for me. I mean, you can't really say you didn't give it a good shot, but yeah, like the gym isn't for everyone. My brother doesn't like the gym, for example, but alright, this is antimony pentafluoride. Do we have? No. So this one will be antimony pentafluoride. It's very important that we get this correct. antimony pentafluoride. This should be filling up here pretty soon. Oh, it's emptying. Okay, something is using that. Low quality Naquadah emulsion, ether, antimony pentafluoride, crushed ice. Was there a fifth one as well? I guess we can actually put this in here. Because the machine is off. Was there only 4? Do you guys remember? How much do you bench 3? I'm not gonna get into this. I do bench press like once a week, but bench press is probably one of my weakest lifts, to be honest. I'm much stronger in deadlifts and squats. But again, my numbers are nothing to write home about. Yes, fluoroantimonic acid. He's lifting the GTNH community. I love that, James. I love that. That's awesome. Alright, fluoroantimonic acid. That should kickstart this. Fluoroantimonic. Blast furnace is running. Or it was running. So we should have titanium trichloride dust in here. Oh, it's trifluoride dust. Oh, that doesn't matter. We only have space for tri. Okay. So we also want a 64k ME storage component or something to that effect to give us some item storage on the network. So once we do this, it's gonna... Yes, there we go. So we can see the antimony. This is being passed from mainnet. The Naquadah oxide mixture also being passed from mainnet. And the titanium trifluoride dust is the output of the blast furnace. So we've now got the first loop here going. Nice. Pentafluoride, ether. Alright, let's double check our fluid cells to make sure they're not mismatched with anything. Yep, ether has ether. Low quality Naquadah emulsion has Naquadah emulsion. Crushed ice doesn't have anything, but the machine is off. Antimony pentafluoride does have antimony pentafluoride. Perfect. And this, when it gets empty, it will remove. Okay, okay, we fixed it. We fixed it. What's the next big chemical line after all this? I don't know. I don't know, honestly. I think it's gonna be... Probably the monazite line. Or biocircuits, yeah. It's probably all this stuff, like for stem cells. I'm not gonna look at that right now. I'm just not. Alright, pentafluoride, fluoroantimonic. Nice. Okay, so low quality. I keep doing that. Low quality Naquadah emulsion. What happens with that? That we have to centrifuge with sodium hydroxide dust. And titanium trifluoride dust, I think, is one of the ones that we electrolyze. No. Oh, we blast furnace. Oh yeah, that's right. We blast furnace for hot titanium. Yeah, so this is the byproduct that we get out of this. We're gonna get some titanium on passive from the Naquadah line, which is pretty cool. Let's do that EBF first. Here. Making some titanium ingots is going to be nice. That's one less thing we have to smelt in bulk as frequently as we are. What's the energy requirement? EV 6 seconds. Canthal coils. Let's do another HSSG coil blast furnace here. Actually, yeah, let's move this back a block as well. That's back a block. Alright, EV power, where are we going to get that from? Sure. Probably end up refining the power cables at the end like I did with the plat line. But at least it's not spaghetti wire all over the place. Lots to look forward to then? Yeah. Yeah, there's still lots to do. Why would we overclock this? No spaghetti yet. Yeah, no spaghetti yet. Why would we overclock this though? I don't see a reason to overclock it. Because it's not going to hold up the Naquadah line. It's just recycling an output, so it doesn't really matter in essence how slow it is because it's passive. Six seconds is already pretty fast because it costs 4 for the input. And we only make 2 from this blast furnace here. We'll see, maybe there is merit to overclocking though, if it starts filling up all the drives. If this is way faster than this one. We'll see. Alright, so we also need hydrogen gas, and that is going to come from mainnet. So input here. Hydrogen, we are swimming in. And then output hatch for hydrofluoric. I also just realized we probably want an output hatch on this as well. And also on these. Guys, you can put output hatches on distillation towers, right? Am I right in saying that? I always get confused on if you can or not. You have ME hatches in benzene? Oh yeah, I do. Yeah, you're right. You're totally right. Yeah, we'll add them here as well, once they're crafted. Yeah, you guys are on the ball here. Do I have mufflers on me? I do. Any chance the HSSG is finished? Wow, wow, that is so fast to craft a set of coils. Alright, hot titanium. I think that's the first time we've held nichrome coils having the quest or the achievement unlocked, which is not the same as the quests. Alright, so now output hatch will go underneath. Let's grab some facades for this. That should complete the multi-block. Yes, it does. Let's also switch these ones out as well. Or this one. Low quality Naquadah emulsion. And generally the thinking is you want to use ME output hatches when you don't care about consuming all the inputs. So let me just verify actually. Yeah, I don't care about using all of our fluoroantimonic acid and Naquadah oxide mixture because they have no other uses, so we would just be buffering them in storage anyway, so we might as well just get it all processed through the blast furnace and let the Naquadah emulsion build up in the hatch on the machine. Because having an ME output hatch will not stop the machine when the hatch is full, because the hatch never fills. So that's basically the thinking there. Same thing for this distillation tower, because it's now in the Naquadah system. It's already part of the closed loop system. Well, it's not fully closed loop, but you know what I mean. It's already part of our Naquadah subnet. We don't need the fluids to go anywhere else, so we'll just make sure that we can keep the machine running. And it doesn't stop on account of the fact that it doesn't have enough output storage. Oh, I might have voided some ether there. I might have just voided something there. Have you checked out the achievements? I haven't. It's not really something I'm going for, to be honest. It's just I'm more interested in the quests. Mainly because I hate the screen here. It's so annoying to use. Like, you can't see anything. But yeah, there's a couple here, like New Horizons adds some achievements. Gregtech 5 adds some achievements. We've got most of them. Fusion reactor is going to be next, I guess. Yeah, there's a few cool things in here. We don't have any of these, obviously. Avaricia achievements. Yeah. Gotta get trophies, though. Yeah, the trophies, that's true. There's quite a lot we don't have still. There's quite a lot we don't have. Most of these are actually later in the game than we currently are. But I ain't moving the goalposts. The main goal is the tier 7 rocket. That's basically what I'm going for. That's what I want. Did I switch this back on? I didn't. Alright, we're making titanium now. 6 seconds for an ingot, for a hot ingot. How did you get your NEI bookmarks to be sorted like that? You just have to click up here. And it changes it down to 1 bookmark per row. Pretty cool. But it's GTNH only, so if you're playing a different pack, you won't get it. I love this song. Alright, so, output bus, stalking bus, covered cable, wait, we want, anchor here. Needs to be frostproof. We need energy hatch for this as well. I have cable on me. Okay. EV. Oh, maintenance hatch. I forgot maintenance hatch. There's always one thing I'm forgetting. I'll need to go and grab a hot titanium ingot since they don't show up in NEI. Cool, 3.6 seconds. That should be good enough. since the EBF is 6 seconds per ingot, I think. Nice. Any planet you want to visit with the tier 7 rocket in particular? Anywhere with grass. .6, not great, not terrible. Yeah, it's not terrible, considering it's fully passive. And we're just recycling some of the stuff that we get from Naquadah. Alright, so moving on. What else do we need to take care of here? I believe everything is taken care of besides the low quality Naquadah emulsion. So let's have a look at our flowchart again, see where we're at. Can you guys see this? Yeah. So we have set up this LCR here, that's the middle one. We've set up the distillation tower. That's the one at the far side. We've set up this one for fluoroantimonic acid. We've set up the blast furnace, that's the very first one for Naquadah oxide mixture. This is the titanium one. We have a freezer, which we just set up there for titanium. So yeah, all of these ones are done. We're moving on to this centrifuge. Sodium hydroxide plus low quality Naquadah emulsion. And we don't have a source of sodium hydroxide dust, unfortunately, I don't think. Do we? Do you guys know if we have a source of sodium hydroxide or not? You should output to mainnet the hydrofluoric and the titanium. Yeah, the hydrofluoric already is. The titanium isn't right now, but yeah, thanks for reminding me of that. Yeah, let's do that. Right now. Let's do that right now. Good call. Yeah, so we want to... If we look in our Naquadah subnet right now, we're going to see the titanium. We don't want to buffer it here, we want to buffer it in mainnet. So to do that, we can set up a reverse of what we have here. So this interface here is for pulling Naquadah oxide mixture and antimony from mainnet into subnet. We want the opposite, so we want a storage bus on mainnet instead of the dual interface on mainnet. Nope. And this is going to be on insert only. No, it's not. Extract only. Priority doesn't matter. Wait, yes it does. Low priority for this. We want it to be used first. And then we want interface, and we'll request the titanium from the subnet this time. No, wait, I'm doing this backwards. This is backwards. No, ignore what I just said. We want to do the same thing as we have here. Storage bus on subnet. And we want titanium filtered here. And this will be on insert only. High priority. Interface on mainnet. Yeah, so that when the titanium is placed in here, it's going to be stored on this storage bus, which is interface to mainnet, and then that's going to go away to the main item storage on mainnet. So if we drop all this titanium back in here, it's going to instantly disappear, and that all goes back to main. Yeah, that's the right way. Ignore what I just said there. Is titanium needed in processing? No, it's just a byproduct. I think you checked yesterday and you didn't. Yeah, sodium hydroxide. I don't believe we have a source of sodium hydroxide. Now, we are making this for Platline because it's used in Platline somewhere for sodium formate, I think. But the question is it fully closed loop in Platline or no? Should be easy to make. Yeah, it's going to be easy to make, but... Sodium... I have a feeling that we are centrifuging it, or... Where are we making sodium hydroxide here? What's the best source of salt water in space? I don't know. Probably just pumping chlorine. No, salt water. From Mars. Or the moon. You can get salt water from the moon. Just set up an ore drill on one of these planets. Yeah, sodium hydroxide, we're making it here. But we don't have... Okay. Don't have... Alright, okay, let's put sodium hydroxide on passive as well. Yeah. Let's set up a chemical reactor here for it. The one in the Platline we're going to leave alone because that's part of sodium formate. It's part of a bigger system which is fully recycled in and of itself, so I don't want to mess with that. So sodium hydroxide, I think we can make from sodium plus water. No. Sodium dust, circuit 1, plus water gives us sodium hydroxide. But we want to be a bit careful here. How many channels do we have? 28, 29, 30. That's enough. Oh, energy. What kind of recipe time are we looking at? LV? I'm going to actually transform down just to save power. Hello Josie, just tuned in. How are things going? Things are going pretty well. Nice and steady. Slow and steady wins the race. Alright, hydrogen. This is a secondary output, so we want a super tank so we can void on site. Void overflow. Fluid storage bus. Extract only. Low priority. Hydrogen. There we go. We do want to be careful with this, so we don't want to use all of our sodium and make sodium hydroxide, so what we are going to do is add a level emitter. Should have one more channel. So we're going to level emit the machine controller here. Sodium hydroxide dust. We want a machine controller. Enable with redstone. That wasn't the audio glitching out, by the way. That was part of the end song, if you guys are familiar. What's the benefit of using a server? It just splits the load of the game off of one CPU core, because that's what yeah, Minecraft 1.7 is not very optimized for multi-core CPUs. It helps with rendering as well. Alright, cool. So we only want this to run when we have less than 128 sodium hydroxide. Because the recipe is 0.6 seconds, so that's way fast enough. It's just going to be like a little supplementary top-up system for sodium hydroxide, which we're then going to feed into the Naquadah line. How can I get server for GTNH? The GTNH website has a guide. Single player runs a server and client at the same time. Yeah, it's not the same thing though. It's not quite the same thing. Especially on older versions. Is it paid? Is what paid? Sodium hydroxide. We can pull this now from our main AE system into the Naquadah subnet. And yeah, what was this used for again? Low quality Naquadah emulsion. Oh yeah, that's right, here. So we need centrifuge, we need low quality Naquadah emulsion, we need item output, and fluid output, and EV. So I believe that's over here. Centrifuge, we have one crafted. We don't have any casings. Let's get 64 casing going. Let's get our maintenance hatch. Energy hatch down here somewhere. Alright, extend this from the transformer. Paint the town pink. Alright, we got power. Centrifuge casing should be done. Almost. We're waiting on some EBFs. Interesting to see the views are still at 500 after a week. You know what? Since I started streaming, I've not looked at the view count at all. I don't even know how to check the view count. I think it's going to be on the dashboard, but I don't have that open right now. So the whole time I'm streaming, I don't have any idea how many of you guys are in here. But it doesn't matter. I would be here regardless. It doesn't matter. I ain't stressed about a view count. It says on the chat. Yeah, not on my chat though. I have a OBS plugin for it. It doesn't say. Alright, stocking bus. Output bus. Output hatch. Input hatch. Input hatch is going to get low quality Naquadah emulsion. Holy moly, 1 million viewers, that's crazy. Don't scare me. The reason I don't check the view count is because it makes me nervous, so don't. I'm just here on my own. I'm just playing some Gregtech. I'm just building a Naquadah line. I'm just chilling out. Having a good time this afternoon. There's only a couple of you guys sitting behind me. Just chilling out while we do this. That's all there is to it. Ain't nothing to it. Alright, I'm hoping this is going to get low quality Naquadah emulsion. Yes, nice. Nice. Stocking bus is going to get our sodium hydroxide. Circuit number 1. And what else are we going to get for this? Low quality Naquadah solution, which is not the same as emulsion. Yes, okay. Let's, well, first of all, make sure this works. Muffler hatch. Got the healing axe, 3 hours of crafting. Oh, nice, Nugget. Nice. That's awesome. I'm still using the healing axe. There's many haters of the healing axe. I know Metis is not a fan, but I'm a fan. Do you plan on playing Nomi Factory CEU? Probably, but I've not decided when. Alright, so antimony and gallium hydroxide dust. This is on low priority. This should be on high priority. That should be on high priority. Because we want to use the antimony that comes out of the centrifuge first before it takes any more from the main system. And in fact, it might even be fully closed loop. Yeah, Meta says, I'm not a fan of people who craft it way too early, then complain the pack is bad and recipes are grindy. Fair. I think that's fair. How much Naquadah will this make per minute? I have no idea. There are so many different variables that I have no idea. We're going to find out after it's built. And address it if it's not fast enough. But with so many different machines to make 3 different dusts, it's kind of impossible to tell. Alright, so we need to... Just for simplicity's sake, I'm going to store antimony here. And then it's just going to... Nope. So what this will do is it'll put it back to mainnet, and then it's just going to request more, so there's never more than 64 in the system at once. Yeah. That way it doesn't fill the drives there. We also need to add a fluid storage cell for Naquadah emulsion. Was it Naquadah emulsion? Solution? Solution. Low quality Naquadah solution. I don't know, again, I keep typing LOQ. That's a really bad habit. Solution. This is the solution. I did partition it, right? Yeah. That should start to fill. Yep, 72 buckets. That was cached in the ME output hatch. And it's now gonna... Yeah, perfect. So next stage is gallium hydroxide. Let's have a look at gallium hydroxide. Keep on going here, keep the pace. Would you play supersymmetry? Probably not, no. It's still in early access, so probably not. You just have so much knowledge about Greg. I assume you're talking about Metis? Metis is our encyclopedia. He is the man. He knows what he's talking about. Metis, aka the Shadow of X, by the way, in chat, if you're not sure who he goes by Metis on Discord. But yeah, I owe a lot to Metis. He wrote our guide, which you can find pinned in some videos and also in Discord. He wrote like 99.9% of that guide. He's the chat GPT? Yeah, he basically. Alright, so gallium hydroxide. We are going to LCR with sodium. And it's going to give us sodium hydroxide. Wait a minute. That's pretty funny. Sodium is recycled? No, it's not recycled. It's not recycled. Well, it is, but not for this stage. This stage is separate. But that's perfectly fine. We can handle this, no problem. As long as we send it back in the storage bus on subnet, and then request it again, keep no more than 64 in stock, and the level emitter will also prevent us from overproducing sodium hydroxide. I'll show you what I mean in a second. But yeah, this is no problem at all. So out of the centrifuge, we just need to LCR this with sodium dust, and it'll give us gallium as an output, which we make from bees, but it's nice to have another source. Sodium hydroxide, which is then going to be electrolyzed, and then, yeah, hydrogen and oxygen. Cool. What is a neutron activator? Neutron activator is what we've been working towards for a very long time. And we still don't have it crafted, but we can craft it by now. I'll show you when we get there. It's pretty cool. It's a cool machine. So yeah, next stage for gallium hydroxide is the LCR. And this is the one that we took away. Oh no. If you guys were here about an hour and a half ago, maybe more, the gallium hydroxide LCR used to be here, but I realized we were missing fluoroantimonic acid, so we're going to have to find a space for it somewhere. Stack it on top. I suppose we could, but that's gonna look weird with none of the other ones stacked. Alejandro says, I think you could buffer sodium in the subnet and forgo that electrolyzer. Maybe. Send the gallium hydroxide back to mainnet, mix with indium. Can you do that? Oh, you can. Wow. We don't have indium phosphate though. I think that just complicates things, honestly. Because this is ZPM. And we would be relying on Naquadah oxide mixture to make indium gallium phosphide. Do we want to do that? Stack it on top. Alternatively, I'll tell you what we could do. We could put the vacuum freezer on top of this one, and then put the LCR here. How about that? I think I like that idea. Yeah, or we could cook the titanium. No, we can't do that because it gives us a byproduct. No, it doesn't. It gives us hydrofluoric, which we can easily send back. We could also cool the titanium outside. Yeah, we could do that as well. We could just remove this and cool it in... in mainnet. That is also a possibility. Yeah, sure. Let's just do that. Let's just remove this. Yeah, I think I like that idea. Let's just do that. Sure. Yeah, so what we'll do instead is the hot titanium coming out of the blast furnace is going to be instead sent back to mainnet. So we're going to add it to the storage bus. Instead of regular titanium, it's going to be hot titanium. And that will automatically be sent to our freezers on... Well, it's probably going to go to the Mega, actually. Ah, that's not really a problem. We'll just leave it for now. Feels like deja vu when you mentioned this 2 hours ago. I know, but it's not really become an issue until now, and now we're forced to deal with it because we're up against this roadblock. So yeah, so oh, I had it on the gallium hydroxide. Do we want to mix with sodium dust? How you doing, Threefold? Pretty good, Mr. Green. I'm doing well. Yeah, so stocking bus. Gallium hydroxide. Has this got a circuit number? It doesn't. And also sodium dust. We don't have sodium dust yet, so we'll add that into our... well, yeah, interface here. Build from mainnet. Actually, no, we're not going to do that, are we? Maybe. Well, I think that's the closed loop part, so we might have to change that, but... LV, so we'll run this at EV still. I hate when that happens. It's when you plug a energy hatch in and it's not facing the right way, but the cable's still pointed at it. It messes with the amperage. It's kind of annoying. Oh wait, we want to keep that off. Alright, that. PTFE. Ah wait, let's finish the input and output. Just need an output bus. Ba ba da da ba ba. Ba ba da 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 ba. Very simple chemical reactor setup. Maintenance hatch. Alright, we definitely want to label this as well. Gallium hydroxide dust. That's on the wrong spot. Gallium hydroxide dust. Equals sodium. Oh, there's sodium in it as well. Sodium dust plus gallium hydroxide. Equals gallium and sodium. Right? Precisely. 0.05 seconds. Yeah, 0.05 seconds per recipe. So how does that... Oh, I ran into this in the plot line as well. This is an issue. How about we all talk about music? What are your favourite songs or whole music genres? I like everything. And that sounds like such a boring answer, but honestly I do. You can check out my Spotify playlist if you want. It's in Discord somewhere. It's pretty massive. So yeah, if you... How do I explain what's going on here? We're making sodium hydroxide in the mainnet, and we're pulling it from mainnet, but we're also getting it from that gallium hydroxide LCR. And we're going to electrolyze the gallium oxide LCR stuff back into sodium and oxygen and hydrogen. But we don't want to electrolyze it all, because that's just going to be a loop. It's going to electrolyze, and then it's going to craft more in mainnet and be sent here again, and electrolyze again, and then craft more, because we have under the level emitter that we set up. So we need some way of sending only the hydroxide that comes out of that machine into an electrolyzer, but not the sodium hydroxide that comes from mainnet. Make the drive low priority? No, that wouldn't matter, because it would run through it all and then end up using this one anyway. Or that one anyway. P2P, that was my first thought, but the issue with P2P is we have two outputs here. We also have to deal with gallium. So how are we gonna send gallium back to mainnet, but then send this to the subnet? And as far as I'm aware, you can't filter output buses to specific items, right? Like you can with output hatches. Like this will just output both, so we can't put a P2P on this. Conduits, there is no way I'm using a conduit here. Ain't no way I'm using a conduit here. ULV hatch would simply void the gallium. Filter with robot arm? We can't do that in this version. In New Horizons. Just don't process it into sodium. But then we end up with too much. What do we do with the excess hydroxide? Filtered ME input bus? What do you mean filtered ME input bus? What does that mean? Either way, we have to get rid of the output bus here. Level emitter and export to mainnet. No, I don't think that would work either. You should be able to white and blacklist items with ME. What do you mean? I don't think you... I subnetted the hydroxide and storage bus the gallium to mainnet. What if we were to do... just output bus into chest? Nah, that's ugly. I don't want to do that. Can we look at both recipes at the same time? Yeah, sure. We'll go back to this. So basically, what the issue we're having here is we're making sodium hydroxide in mainnet, right? And we're importing that into our Naquadah subnet. The output of the centrifuge gives us gallium hydroxide, which we then LCR, and it gives us sodium hydroxide back. But only enough to give us the regular sodium dust to repeat this recipe. Not enough to refill the centrifuge for gallium hydroxide. So we still need to pull sodium hydroxide from mainnet, but we also have to be able to electrolyze only the LCR output here, and still deal with gallium, which we want to send back to mainnet. You can subnet the output. Subnet the output is probably the best way, or level limit the electrolyzer is another way I was thinking about. Yeah, me and someone special are on the same page here. You want to electrolyze sodium hydroxide? Yeah. Why can't we just send sodium back to mainnet? Because we need it here. We need it to process gallium hydroxide. Make the output P2P a subnet or a drawer controller with locked drawers. But it's not fully recycled, right? It is fully recycled. Sodium is fully recycled. If you want to be more power efficient faster, there's a 3-machine chain you can use that converts sodium hydroxide into sodium. I don't think that's really an issue. What I was thinking is to subnet this. So, hold on. If we interface on this, right? Yeah. I know the solution. Itachi kind of gave me an idea here. What if we do P2P, right? Bear with me here, guys. P2P. I've got an idea. I'm hoping this is going to work. So we want item P2P. We want interface on the output bus. We want storage bus on the subnet. And then we want covered cable. Let's make it like... Yeah, sure, we'll make it green. Wait, we want storage bus on the green network here. Right, so this will give us gallium hydroxide, or sorry, this will give us gallium dust and the sodium hydroxide, but we only want the gallium dust to be here. High priority, insert only. That will go back to an interface on the subnet. We want quartz fiber to give it power. And then we just need to feed the sodium hydroxide into item P2P. Let him cook. Yeah, we're missing a storage bus here as well, yeah. One more storage bus. I'm cooking, don't worry. We got this. You're so lost. I don't really know an easier way to explain it, to be honest, unfortunately. I wish I could have everyone understand what's going on, but I don't know if there's an easier way to explain it. I think he's doing something. Oh yeah, we're doing something. Storage bus here. So this will only be for hydroxide dust. You follow? High priority, insert only. So basically what happens here is both outputs come out of the output bus, and that's forced into an interface, and we know what happens when something goes into an interface, right? It goes to any available storage. This is one little network right here. This green network, which has just 2 storage buses on it. The quartz fiber only passes the power through. The sodium hydroxide is only allowed to be sent upwards, and the gallium dust is only allowed to be sent down. So gallium dust is going to go into another interface, this time on the subnet, and then it's going to go to any available storage, which is going to be the ME drive over here. Right here. So we should see gallium in here, which we're going to send back to mainnet for storage, since it's just a byproduct. Like so. So that's gone. That's taken care of. And then the sodium hydroxide, which comes out of this LCR, we want to electrolyze. But not the other one that goes into the centrifuge here. So we only want to electrolyze this one. So this P2P is going to be connected to an electrolyzer over here. You guys understand now? You follow? Follow my logic? It totally works. It totally works. It's a bit unconventional, but it totally works. Now it's clear? Okay, good. Awesome. I'm gonna put anchors in the middle like we did on the other side again. You guys are experts by now, right? This is beautiful. It is indeed. It's art. I only have a couple of hours in this game, guys, so don't, only a few. I'm still learning. Might want to avoid extra oxygen and hydrogen. Nah, we'll just put an ME output hatch on it. It's fine. There, that'll take care of extra oxygen and hydrogen. It's all good, don't worry. Don't worry about it. Electrolyzer. So, I don't think we're going to get into this today, but the reason I have the... That's not the machine controller. The reason I have the electrolyzer inputs labeled here is because we have more inputs for the electrolyzer than machines, so we have to somehow split this up later on, but we'll worry about that tomorrow, I think, once we have the rest of it built. It's going to be fine. We just need to make sure we don't have anything left unprocessed. Oops. Oops. Okay, so instead of a stocking bus here, we want a regular input bus. Can you guys guess what's going to be connected? Sodium hydroxide. Probably use the stocking bus for some other dusts. Yeah, probably. But I don't want to confuse myself. Like, oh, did I miss something filtered here? What was supposed to be here? So I'll just... We'll omit it from the machine right now and we'll add it later if we need it. So output hatch, output bus as well. What are we going to get from this again? Sodium? Sodium, yeah. Oh, I love problem solving like that. Like that little issue we had there, that little niche issue in chemistry. It was one of the things that makes chemistry so fun. Like solving problems like this is one of the fun parts of chemistry. Once you get into the swing of things, but it's so intimidating to start with. Alright, so all this sodium hydroxide has already been put into the network. But just to make sure it works here. That goes away. That should end up over here, right? Perfect. Perfection. That was from before when we ran the machine without having this set up. But any future is not going to be allowed to enter the system like that, so... What am I doing? Electrolyzer, yeah. No circuit number, we should be able to turn this on. Muffler hatch though. Amazing. Use a bigger input bus? It doesn't really matter, to be honest. Or maybe it does. It's only 17 seconds. We'll see. Didn't know you could insert items into an output bus. Only manually. You can't automatically send items into an input bus. Unless it's the machine output. But yeah, you can put them in manually. Alright. You know what? I think I will put a bigger input bus on this. Super bus? I think this was a spare from our precise assembler. Sure. And the rest of the sodium hydroxide... Well, we need to remove it from there, anyway. Alright, cool. Done. We should be left with 64, which we are. And the sodium, which is coming out of the electrolyzer now, we want to send back to mainnet. And we'll just let it do its thing there. It's going to chill out in mainnet and be pulled into here if it needs it. If not, it's just going to be sent in main item storage. Nice. So one more step in the chain is done. That's not a bigger input bus, that's a massively huger input bus. Yeah, that's huge. Probably overkill now, I don't know. Alright, so I think we'll do one more stage and then we'll call it a stream here. Again, in case you guys don't know, well, you probably do by now, but we are streaming every single day in May. Besides the 31st, so the 1st to the 30th, we are live streaming in New Horizons around the same time. So we will be back tomorrow to continue this, but I want to do one more machine, I think. Let's do... Oh yeah, we're also going to get antimony from this, which goes back to the first stage here to make antimony pentafluoride. Not finishing today, not finishing right now. We'll probably go for an extra 20 minutes or so. Yeah, we'll still go for a while, but we're about to wrap up. We'll look at wrapping up here, wherever is convenient. Now would be a good time, but I want to do another machine. Let's do another one. Okay, we need to make P507, but we'll save that for tomorrow. One more turn? Yeah, one more. One more hand. We could start crafting the neutron activators. Nah, we'll save that for probably tomorrow as well. Just one more turn. Is this Civilization? Hearthstone? I guess any card game. Yeah, okay, so we're recycling the antimony dust. Let me check. Did I put the antimony in the storage box? I did, yeah. Yeah, so everything is handled there. Let's just check the fluid storage discs again. Low quality Naquadah solution. Pentafluoride. Crushed ice. Naquadah emulsion. Ether, yeah, so it's all partitioned right this time. Okay. Alright, so next process is going to be the low quality Naquadah emulsion mixed with P507. We're going to save that for tomorrow. Maybe now is a good time to wrap up, actually. Because we need to go for P507. How big of a rabbit hole is that? Maybe we'll do that today, maybe. Ethanol, phosphoric acid, 2-ethyl, 1-hexanol. Say what? Copper, seed oil, hydrate. Oh, no way. Seed oil? No, get out of here with seed oil. Nuh-uh. That's really easy. Oh, seed oil. Wait, do we not have seed oil? Wait, hold on. Do we not have seed oil? We might have seed oil. You should have it already. I saw not consumed. Yeah, that's for copper plates. The seed oil and hydrogen is consumed. Now that I'm thinking about it, we might have seed oil. CD combs are processed. Oh yeah, for bees, yeah. Oh, we do have seed oil. Saved. Saved. Okay, let's set up recipes. Bees to the rescue once again. This goes in our chemical reactor. We need to make 2 ethyl, 1 hexanol. Alright, how much P507 do we need? $512 buckets? Is that too much? Why is it a recipe? It's a recipe because we don't need to craft it in the Naquadah line. It's fully recycled. So once we have it and once we give it to the machines, it's just going to cycle between, I think, 3 different processes. So we just need to make it once, and then it's used in the neutron activator, and then we get it back in a process down the line again, and it can go back to the beginning. I'm cheating on Gregtech and learning Ars Nouveau while watching. Is 512 too many? Nah. It's fine. Here we go, here we go. P507. There we go. He said yes, probably, earlier this stream. What did I say yes to? What are you signing me up for? Oh, 3, I'm wondering if you play Nomi Factory CU in the future. Yeah. Yes, probably. Is the answer. We might have a recipe conflict here. I think we might need a blocking mode card. Don't have one. Yeah, I need to get around to the modern modern versions and also CEU, but Gregtech New Horizons just takes all my time. And you guys want me to go for Stargate, which, if that happens, I'm never ever playing CEU or anything else. I'll basically be stuck in this game for the rest of eternity. Blocking mode. Oh, what did we do? Gonna cancel that, I think. That might have voided some fluids there. I might have just messed stuff up. Oh, it would have been in the dual interface. I should have just grabbed it from that. Dang it. Oh, I shouldn't have done that. Mistakes were made. What's your playtime? I think we're approaching 1700. 1694. I really do want you to go for Stargate, but only if you feel up to it. Not if it'll jeopardize your longevity on YouTube. I haven't decided yet. Haven't decided yet. T7 and Stargate isn't that far apart. Oh, yes it is. It's like an extra 2,000 hours. We're not even halfway to Stargate. Oh, yes it is. Stargate is 1,000,000 miles away. Oh, it's being blocked because of the copper plate. That's annoying. Oh, come on. Yeah, it's detecting the copper plate. We're gonna have to do this. Probably one fluid at a time. And then we'll wrap up the stream here. This is... This is just Gregtech being Gregtech, but I guess it's the way we have things set up. It's not really built for this type of fluid crafting, but, you know. One hexanol. Do that. Take out blocking mode. That should start crafting. Okay, now we fixed it. Hey, you don't really have to promise anything, I'll just keep enjoying the awesome content. That's much appreciated, thank you. The boom was Thumbcraft, that was not a machine. That was just Thumbcraft being Thumbcraft. Two ethyl, one hexanol is going to be used for P507. P507. Can't speak anymore. Back from driving lessons, where we at in the knack line? We made some good progress, some decent progress. We had a couple of hurdles to overcome, some challenges, but we got a few machines. It actually doesn't look that much for a few hours, but it just takes some time. It just takes time. But we'll do the rest tomorrow. Well, maybe not the rest. This might be 3-stream project. It is decent enough progress. Alright, that's 50 buckets of that. Let's do the P507 now. Wait, that's only 50 buckets. I wanted 500 buckets. Maybe I'll craft the rest off stream. And yeah, I think that's a plan. Yeah, this is for the next stage anyway. We're not going to get to that this episode, this stream. But yeah, we're a decent chunk of the way through the Naquadah line. This is basically what we done in this stream. Again, lots of infrastructure to place with the subnet interfacing and whatnot. Lots of machines to get crafted. We still have to craft our neutron activators, which is what we made the precise assembler for, but we may or may not get to that tomorrow. In fact, we definitely will get to that tomorrow. So yeah, that's going to be it for today. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I had fun this afternoon. We will be back tomorrow. Again, we are streaming every single day in May. Well, 1st to the 30th of May. Not including the 31st. Happy episode 80. I know. Thank you for streaming. Have a good day. You too. I hope you guys have a good day. I will see you all tomorrow. Same time, same place. I hope with some Naquadah. In fact, we will definitely be able to get Naquadah, I think. I can say that like with 90% confidence. And then, yeah, it's just going to be Naquadria and Enriched Naquadah. But yeah, for now, thanks for watching. I will see you guys tomorrow. Have an awesome night. Goodbye.